Welcome to Wanderings with Mary Kay. I'm Mary Kay, and I'm really glad that you've joined me today. Have you ever found yourself wondering, what would it be like if I were not so tight in my watercolors? I wonder what it would be like to paint something loose and abstract. Well, today is your day, because I've been playing around with these abstract landscapes where you just put the water and the pigment down on the paper and watch it do its thing. So come and join me. You'll paint a fun little abstract landscape that you might even want to frame. Hello, fellow wanderers. Today we are going to try our hand at a very loose landscape. It might turn out, it might be a disaster, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to use a credit card today. So if you just have an old credit card, if you cut a piece off, we're just going to use this part of the credit card today. All right, if you don't have a credit card, if you have a palette knife, you can use that. I'm using alizarin crimson, azo green, and Mayan dark blue. I just randomly picked these colors, and so I am not sure what this is going to do, but we're going to give it a try. And then I am either going to use this Chinese calligraphy brush, or I'm going to use this quill brush. I'm not sure which one is going to work, so I'm going to have them both there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, you need wet paint for this right out of the tube. So squeeze out 3 colors that you want to use, any 3 colors. And I am going to start here with the Mayan dark blue. I'm just getting it on my credit card. And I'm going to be mindful of where my frame is going to go just in case this turns out. And then I'm just going to make a little bit, just some marks like this along the edge. And then I'm going to take my credit card and I'm going to wipe it off. Okay. Then I'm going to go into my azo green and I'm going to do the same. You don't have to put it in every place, but you do want to make sure that you've got big enough chunks that your brush is going to be able to pick up the color. Okay, and then I'm going to wipe it off. And then I'm going to come in here to my alizarin crimson. And this is kind of an accent color. And I might need to squeeze out some more alizarin crimson. Okay. Okay, let's see what this is going to do. So I'm going to use this brush first and just see what happens. So I'm going to get my brush wet. I'm not going to touch right into the paint to begin with. I'm going to come right up here just a bit above it and bring a line of water like this, and then just kind of move my water around and kind of make a dome shape above it of water. All right, so that's going to be our carrier, because as soon as the pigment hits that, it's going to start running. I want that to be juicy wet. Okay, now I am going to come along the side here, and I'm going to do like this and just kind of tickle it and tickle it up into that and let it run. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to tickle some of that up into it. Looks like we need a little bit more water there. And kind of coax it up there into that pathway. You see how I'm just kind of tickling that a little bit. You don't want to do too much because the colors will start turning muddy together. And I do want some of the separateness of the color, although I do want it to mix. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing right here and connect it up there to that water and watch it just kind of bloom. And then I'm going to come down here and connect in here with some of this color and have it do the same. Now the water should start pulling it so that we start filling in our dome. If it doesn't, you can always tip your paper and just keep tickling in some of that color so that it runs up and fills your little vignette in. Okay, and then I'm going to tilt it. So you don't want to tape your paper down on this. Tilt it and let it just kind of run. All right, I think I do want that filled in here where we don't have water. All right. Then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to come up and just touch the end of it and catch it and just kind of make a little, kind of a hill underneath it, like this. And then do the same thing. Just kind of coax some of that down in there. And run my brush so that it pulls that color down. So you have no idea what is going to happen when you do this kind of painting. It is super abstract. All right. Now we need something to try and coax the paint up into that. Now you can use the end of your credit card and just do like this. And just pull some of that paint up. And these can be like trees or vines. Just get a hold of that paint and pull it up. You can create some little rocks. Just move it around like that. And you're just playing with it. Now there's no real way to control this. And we don't really want to. And don't overdo it, but that just gives a little bit of structure there. And then for down here in the bottom, if you want, you can just kind of make some horizontal lines through it, just to create a little. You can pull some of that color down if you can get it. Okay. All right. That is interesting looking. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to come back in here and add one more element to this picture. Okay, we're back. Now, as you can tell, my picture changed. So this is what I did. I took my brush, I started to blow dry it, and I thought I don't like the dome and it being too uniform. So I just tickled out some sides and tickled out some sides here, and then came in here and wet this a little bit to let this flow up. So that's why this looks different. Then I dried it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my just a little detail brush, any brush that you have that just has a small amount of hair and really thin, and I am going to put in some birds. So we have a head, and a body, and a tail. Darken that up a little bit. There. And then we'll put one down here. Head, and a body, and a tail. And then maybe one more up here, looking this way. Head, body, and a tail. Little beak. And a little beak. Okay, that's kind of a big, bulky beak. There. Okay, we put some little birds in there. This was an interesting little vignette. Try it with some different colors and see what kind of an abstract landscape you can make. Thanks so much for wandering with me, and I hope that you join me again soon, and blessings to you.